Yo, dude, so it's recording. I'm going to go ahead and get the drinks. Let's get this motherfucker started!
All right, brother, hurry up.
Hi, buddy.
What the fuck was that?
Who are you?
Holy shit, what the fuck? Alex, yo!
Why would you treat my friend so poorly?
Dude! Alex! Dude, your fucking doll's creeping me out, bro.
I got you a present.
Hey, what do you got there, bro?
A knife. This will help me be friends with Alex forever.
Oh, what? No!
You are my buddy. You are my friend.
All right, man, are we ready to take these shots? Hey, Patrick?
Are we having fun yet, Alex?
Who are you?
Chucky. I will never leave your side, Alex.
Okay.
We can share everything together.
You killed Patrick, though.
We're friends to the end.
Yeah, we are. Christina!
As you walk through the valley of the shadow of hell, you will realize that there is something ahead. Something that lurks behind the dark veil. A veil that is beyond our own comprehension. Beyond the void.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void
Horror Podcast.
That's right, we're back, and it's Patrick again. He's joining us for a special episode.
Heidi-ho.
Heidi-ho. It's going to be our Child's Play 2019 episode, number 144. Technically, we're at like 180 now.
Oh, yeah?
180 episodes, 180, uploads. So we have quite a bit. But yeah, guys, we're going to be doing a spoiler-free review first, and then, of course, we'll give you a spoiler warning before we get into the discussion about the things that we really liked and didn't like, Easter eggs, things like that. So if you've already seen the movie and you just kind of want to chill, there's a time signature down below. You can check out the timestamp. You can just jump right to the spoiler section. Or if you're worried about any spoilers, don't worry. We'll give you plenty of warning with the sirens. So, guys, I just wanted to let you know, I got word back from Brittany about the whole situation. She is going to be taking a long hiatus from the podcast. We don't know how long or if it's indefinitely, but she did tell me to tell you guys that she's sorry and that she, of course, will miss you guys dearly and until she gets this figured out. So we wish her the best of luck. She's been helping us build this fucking podcast for almost 2 years. It would have been 2 years in August. Or July, actually, just this July, so...
Yeah, I hope you get better, Brittany.
Yeah, dude, so... But how you been? What's going on with you, man?
Oh, not much. It's another day. Dude, that Amazon sale, I want it. I want it so bad.
I want to get it for you, but I don't know. Like, it's not really,
right. I'm going to have to beg and plead.
But yeah, so he's talking about the $20 sale on all the movies of Child Play.
It's Blu-ray too. That's fucking ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, it's like the yellow box with him in the thing or whatever.
It's like the good guy box.
Yeah, it came out when the Cult of Chucky came out.
Oh, did it?
So yeah, so that they would have it. It was like shortly after that movie released individually or at the same time, I think. So
yeah.
But yeah, guys. So I don't know if you guys are like stoked to see this movie. We did a poll on Do You Love Horror on Facebook, the Facebook group, and it was pretty divided.
Yeah.
Like it was like I think it was like 15 or 20 each thing. I said, are you guys going to see Child's Play 2019? And I said either pick no way, maybe, or yes, I am. And it was literally even across the board. I think
no shit.
Yes, I am beat out everything, but I don't, yeah, it's kind of, I knew that it was going to be one of those films that so there's going to be like a triple tier review for this movie.
And I guarantee you half the people who said they weren't going to see it saw it anyway.
Right, yeah. I've been doing, my buddy's going to be sending me out a VR headset. That I've been playing with, and I'm super stoked about it. He's got the Oculus Rift.
Okay.
He's getting the newer version of it. I think it's called Oculus S. So
you can connect to the Oasis.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I'm I've never experienced VR at all. Well, I did do one of those cardboard. Yeah, the cardboard one, but I don't really consider that.
Yeah,
it's a full experience.
Right. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's cardboard, bro.
Right. Yeah. So I'm super excited. So for those of you who actually watch me stream and watch our gameplay videos and stuff, we're gonna have a lot of that to do with the Fump Bunch as well as my own personal stuff. I'm gonna be playing horror games, which I'm a little nervous about. I'm not exactly a picture of health 100%, so I might just play a game and die.
I saw that Dashy's been doing that lately.
Oh, yeah, it's because it's becoming popular again.
Yeah, it kind of died out there for a couple.
Well, it's because it's early technology, and they're really kind of it's going to get there. It's just not there. But I'll tell you what, guys, if you are kind of dulled by the sensation of horror movies and you're not really scared by them, I always recommend this to people, because even if you aren't scared by supernatural things, don't believe in, things in the dark, or have an overactive imagination, and you're just kind of bored with stuff, and you've gone down the dark hole of torture movies and shit like that, or Shiza videos for that matter, whatever creamy fucking viscous poop shit you like. You should always try out horror video games. I've actually gotten pretty fucking scared, even if it's just a jump scare and it's like a haunted house kind of feeling. It's still better than what you get if you're not, you know what I mean?
Outlast had a lot of great ones.
Yeah, Outlast, the first one was really good. The second one is just too much. It's not even enjoyable. It's just
can I enjoy the game for a second?
Yeah, can I take a breath? Literally, that is how you feel when you play that game. Wow. So
I never played the second one.
I played it on stream, and I was I had to take breaks, man. I had to hit pause. I was this is too much. It's just too much. I'm not even enjoying this. It's I just want to get through it.
Right.
That's not, there's a balance, and they went way overboard. It's cool shit. Right. Don't get me wrong, and it's not that it's just too scary. It's just so all the time in your face.
You know what game I thought did it best was Condemned. The first
Condemned. Oh, yeah.
I
tried playing that on the stream, actually. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I have it on PC.
Oh, dude, it's a great game.
Also, guys, just so you know, we are going to be doing our contest, so if you don't belong to the VIP club, all you have to do is go to longlivethevoid.com, click on VIP club on the tab, and then fill out your information. We're going to be giving away a bunch of Blu-rays, DVDs, and some extra stuff just to give away to you guys for listening and being part of the show, because you guys are a huge part of the show. But it's only for those who sign up for our VIP club. It's free. All we ask is that you are in Canada or the US. We will do ones for Europe later on, so you can still sign up, and we'll do something later on. But all you got to do is just fill out your information, and boom, and we'll announce the one when we do our Midsommar episode. So we'll send that out to you. If we don't hear back from you within a couple of days, we're going to pick a new person. So make sure you check your emails. But guys, I think it might be that time.
Oh, shit.
Horrorshots! All right, guys, so as always, we do a horror-themed shot, alcoholic, based on the movie that we're going to be doing this week. And this week, of course, we're doing the Child's Play 2019 reboot. And I decided that it would be fun to make a shot based around the eyes of the doll in the movie, because as some of you may know, and this really isn't really spoiling anything, I think it's even in the trailer.
Yeah.
His eyes change from blue to red throughout the movie. So I thought it'd be cool to have a blue and red themed shot. So
Well, isn't that also the stripes on his outfit too? Is blue and red?
It's a little different actually now. Yeah, but yeah, that would work too. There is red and blue too, but I was mostly going for the eyes. So this one's called A Bloody Buddy.
I am your buddy. I'm your best friend.
Whatever the fuck. So
you do it pretty well there.
I think so.
I think you're doing it.
It's
pretty
a little
well.
raspier than him on his thing, but I feel like it feels more natural. It's supposed
Mark
to be
Hamill
that way.
is the king of voiceover,
right? So I can't top him, but I'll give it my best shot, guys. So in A Bloody Buddy, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to basically do this in this order. By the way, it's a third of each of the parts in this drink. So you're going to pour in your grenadine into your shot glass, basically a third of which. So grenadine first. Then you're going to gently pour over a spoon, if you can. You're going to pour the blue curacao into the glass over top of it. And then you're also going to spoon in orange schnapps on the top. Okay, now there is another drink out there like this with like peach schnapps or something like that, but I figured orange because ginger baby. Yeah, I didn't want the ginger baby. Sir, you can't say that. I can. I'm ginger, so fuck you all. But anyway, you try to spoon it in so that it's layered. So if you do it successfully and carefully, you will have 3 layers. A red layer, and then a blue layer, and then a clear layer for your body. So then when you're about to slam the drink, you say, "This is for Tupac." And then you shoot that motherfucker and punch a doll in the face. So if you got a doll anyway. If it's expensive, please don't. Or maybe do it because you're a fucking rebel. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't care. Do what I want.
But I have heard some. This is a good combination of drinks. It's not going to be the heaviest of drinks, but it'll get you there if you have a few. So, if you're a fan of the Child's Play and you're looking for a shot to do this weekend, go ahead and take that one, and you can thank BTV for the recommendation. And in great tradition of Patrick and I on the podcast together, we came to something that we always do, which is Sambuca. We haven't always done it, but we did. It was a thing.
It was a thing.
It is a traditional thing that this is our traditional drink for when we go into battle on the podcast.
You got to put the armor of Christ on.
I feel like, it's like we're standing and talking to the troops in fucking Iron and Braveheart or whatever. Yeah. Are you ready? So I don't even know. I think this is Italian too, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, cheers to Child's Play. We don't know what we think about this movie yet, guys.
We didn't talk about this at all.
I was very strict about it.
Tone of silence all the way through.
Mostly. Yeah.
Mostly, yeah. Woo! Hit me again.
Little dabba-doo.
Little dabba-doo, yeah. You keep going. There you go.
To my buddy.
Buddy.
To my buddy.
My only friend.
Yeah, it's that second one. The second one makes you realize what you done did it.
Yeah, I felt dirty. That one got on my chin.
Ugh.
No.
So if you would like to try a Bloody Buddy, all you got to do is go to longlivethevoid.com and check out our hashtag Horrorshots section now. Well, that's it for Horrorshots. So now it's our time to jump into the new 2019 Child's Play reboot with a spoiler-free review right fucking now. All right, guys, so now we are back, and we're going to jump into a spoiler-free review of Child's Play 2019. So don't worry, we won't get into any spoilers. I will say, just to give you a heads up, if you're new to this podcast, we do have timestamps below. If you want us to just dive into the fucking spoiler stuff, you can just find the timestamp down below and skip to it. No problem. But I do try to, I get a little wordy, a little long-winded in some of the things I have to say because I ultimately are just passionate about this stuff. So, but we're going to let Patrick do the honors first after I get done doing all the stuff, who was in the film, who it was made by, etc. So Child's Play obviously just came out. The story is a mother gives her 13-year-old son a toy doll for his birthday, unaware of its more sinister nature. Nature? Man-made nature, maybe? Perhaps. So this movie was directed by Lars Klevberg, known for a few shorts. He did one feature film based off of one of his shorts? There we go. Sambuca. But he did a short film called Polaroid, and then he turned that into a feature film, horror film. It's about people who use a Polaroid camera. It's like a teen horror movie kind of.
Teeny boppage.
Yeah, I remember it vaguely, but I've never seen it, so I might actually check it out. But it didn't get many good reviews, guys. So, but that's mostly it. He's done mostly just a few shorts and the feature film. This movie was actually written by Tyler Smith, who is actually known for a few video game writing credits. He actually helped write the Xbox Microsoft game called Quantum Break.
Oh, no shit?
Mm-hmm. Also another game called Sleeping Dogs. It's that action, like, fighting game or whatever. It's like not a fighting game. It's a third-person fighting.
Kind of like that Shamu or...
Yes, kind of like, or the Yakuza, sort of like that.
Right.
But yeah, he's actually also working on the new Kung Fury 2 movie coming out.
I can't wait.
Which, by the way, is in pre-production, so...
Sorry, Sarah Cop, dude. It was fucking amazing.
Well, you can... I mean, I'll get into some of my points on that later. Like, you can see some of that shine through, but some of the cast in this is Aubrey Plaza, who is Mrs. Barclay, a.k.a. Andy's mom.
Which she is smoking hot.
Well, a lot of people have a fucking crush on her like a motherfucker. She's been in the Upright Citizens Brigade way back then. She was in like 5 episodes, and she even wrote for it, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was also in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Parks and Recreation.
Boop, boop.
Life After Beth, Ingrid Goes West, and Legion, of course, which is one of the newer ones, but she's great in. She also stars Mark Hamill. Do I really need to tell you who he is? He's plays Chucky. He does the voice of. He was in, obviously, Lights Out, the show Out. Or, excuse me, let me try that again. He's fucking Luke Skywalker. He's voiced many voices in games, TV shows, movies, and of course, most notoriously, the Joker.
That's right.
So he is, not too shabby in the voice department. Not too shabby. That's like understatement.
He did more than half the voices for the Batman original.
Right.
Series.
No, he did a lot. He's done a lot. I've looked at his credits, and he's actually really good at it. I like that he actually delves into that, because it's not an easy world to get into the voice world.
He is so animated inside the recording booth that they recorded the stuff that he was doing inside the recording booth to make the Joker do when he was talking.
Well, that's because he wants to get that reality, that realness.
Right.
It also stars Gabriel Bateman, who is Andy, the child. He was in Lights Out, the show Outcast, the Benji movie. He was also in the TV show American Gothic, and he played the little boy in Annabelle, actually, the first Annabelle. Also stars Brian Tyree Henry, who's been coming up in the fucking acting world.
Yeah, dude.
And he's a really likable guy.
He is.
There's just something about him. I really like him. He plays Detective Mike, which was in the first movie. He was the detective that met up with Andy's mom and stuff like that. He plays the father in Jefferson Davis in the animated Spider-Man movie Into the Spider-Verse. He was in Hotel Artemis. He's in the upcoming Joker movie. And he's going to be in the new Godzilla vs. King Kong movie coming out.
Do you know much about this new Joker movie coming out? Is it the same guy who played Joker? Is it a...
It's a one-off. It's not a continuation of anything. It's a new spin. There is no lore attached to it. There's fragments of what somebody wanted to do a Joker movie of.
Okay.
That's what I've heard. Like, there was an article out where the director was like, some fan was like, you need to resource the material on fucking the Joker. And he was like, yeah, you might want to skip this one. So I wouldn't expect anything with this. It could be good. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just saying. Did you notice some of the marketing on this, by the way, real quick? I just wanted to mention some of the marketing on this film has been pretty funny. You know, since it's actually coming out the same time as Toy Story 4.
Which is also, like, the kid's named Andy. I never made this connection before, but the kid's named Andy and the toys come to life. It's, what the fuck? Do you think he was, like, inspired?
Maybe it was just a coincidence,
fluke,
a coinky dink.
Coinky-dink-a-dink.
Yeah, but I think it's been pretty funny. They've been showing, like, Chucky, like, melting fucking, like, the creatures over fires and like just fucking crazy shit. And then some artists even did a rendition of Chucky getting fucked with by the remaining survivors of the Toy Story universe.
Do you know there's a Chucky Yule log?
Oh, yes. I watched it every year for the past 3 years.
Oh,
now.
yeah?
Yeah. We put it on in the background, actually. It's funny. There was also a Disney thing, by the way, that they put out this like word cross puzzle, and it was like, look, your best friend is always going to be the first line. And it says Woody at the top, but at the bottom right, it says Chucky.
Oh, really?
So it's almost like they're like, I don't know, it's weird because Disney's like sue happy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they want to sue kids who fucking draw fucking art and put it up. They're like, nope, that's an illegal transaction on the internet. You need to put that back up or we're going to sue you $8 million.
Nintendo's the same way.
Like they just spit in a child's face and kick it in the head. Fuck you and your childhood.
Fuck out of here.
Anyway. So what are your thoughts on this film? I am literally dying. I am dying and decaying over here slowly.
Slowly. Oh, yeah. Aren't we all slowly dying?
Sylvia Plath. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, this was actually one of the first horror movies I ever saw. My dad showed me this.
Well, this one, not this one, the original, 1988.
Right, exactly. The original Chucky was one of the first Chucky movies I ever saw. My dad showed me this at a very young age of 8. And
like all parents.
Right. And we had just moved into a new house. And I remember the next day, like, I went out to the garage to get some of my toys out of there, out of a box somewhere. And I remember looking over at my Teddy Ruxpin. You remember Teddy Ruxpin?
Is it Teddy Ruxpin? I don't remember, but Ruxpin, maybe?
Maybe. The Sambuc got to me.
Yeah, I know.
So I remember looking over, and it was just a whole big box of stuffed animals, and he was laying on the top. And I looked over at him, and his fucking eyes opened. I shit you not. They opened, and his mouth opened, and I fucking just had enough. I ran out. And later, the next day, I opened the garage. I took that little bastard by the feet and fucking curb checked him. Threw him away. Never to see him again.
Wait, you put his teeth on the sidewalk?
Like, I made him bite the curb.
Like some American
American History X. Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
That bitch was never seen again.
Jesus.
And ever since then, I've always had like this weird thing about dolls. Like I just
because of that movie, huh?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Dolls just freak me out. Yeah, and this being, like I said, one of my favorite horror movies.
Because that one came out on Netflix surprisingly first before it actually hit VOD, didn't it? It was like free or something, and it like maybe, it was like the edited version on Netflix.
Probably it was the edited version. They do a lot of edited shit.
That's right, because I refused to watch it because I wanted to see the unedited, the unrated.
And I'll tell you this: if you guys are, this is way off balance, but if you guys like anime, do not watch them on Netflix. They do edit the shit out of them.
Really?
They do.
Dude, Netflix.
Right.
Netflix. We need to see our anime titties. Come on. I'm just kidding. I don't really care. I really don't care.
But let me just tell you, my initial reaction is walking into the theater.
Which?
The one that just came out, 2019. Ugh, the Sambuc, man. So yeah, I was overjoyed. I liked it.
You really liked it, huh?
I did like it.
Huh? I was like, I hope he hates it, because then we could like hate each other.
No, I really did enjoy it. It was a good ride.
Okay.
And it was actually refreshing because usually when I see a movie at the Tempe AMC or whatever.
Oh, you went down to Centerpoint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually there's somebody always got to voice their opinion at the end of it, and it's always a negative one.
Right.
But it seemed like everybody had a great time.
It's interesting because our audience seemed like they hated it.
Really? Yeah. Dude, and what was surprising to me that there was like a 6-year-old girl there with her mother.
Of course.
I was like, really?
Passing the buck. Passing the buck.
But no, I really did enjoy it. I went in there without watching the original before I went to go watch the new one.
Right, because I hit him up.
I didn't want to. I know you hit me up and you're like, maybe you should watch that before you.
He was all snarky with me, too. He was like, oh, I'll try.
I was in the middle of the Cubs game, all right? Don't fuck with my baseball.
It's true. That's very true.
It is very true.
I made him miss a fucking World Series.
He did. And I don't think he still grasped the gravity of that.
I don't know the gravitas of that situation.
Right. But I was overjoyed. I did enjoy the film. I thought it was, I said this last time, but this film was extremely, to me anyways, evenly paced.
Okay.
There was no points where I was like, can we get to it? Can we keep, moving here? So I thought that Seth Smith and David Kenzenberg, the producers of this, from it definitely
resonated.
It resonated so much. They must have had a huge hand in the production aspects of this film.
I don't know. I mean, if you look at the writer, maybe not, but I think they were more liberal with letting them do what they wanted.
Right.
Because it seems, I mean, Chapter 1 is just a cuss fest with children. So, and this is kind of in the same vein, because that's how kids are.
Right. And
although Chapter 1, man, they really raised the bar on that motherfucker, though. Like, I'm like, I cussed a lot as a kid because we did our things around our parents that we didn't, do in front of them, but that was a lot. Like, you fuck, shit, fuck, cunt, shit, fuck. Like, calm down. Let's write some script here. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
But yeah, I thought it was definitely a modern retelling of the story.
Okay.
And who was the writer of the story again?
Tyler Smith.
There's a lot of Smiths around here. But yeah, Tyler Smith did an excellent job of making this a modern film.
Okay.
For this generation. I know you're hoping that I would hated it,
well, it's not that I hope that you hated it. I was just curious. I thought, well, like, he's the ultra fan. He's the original fan. You have a higher nostalgia factor than I do.
Right.
So I was curious. I thought maybe you would not like it. Because this movie's really, divided people.
When I first saw Chucky and the new look, like, it was different than the poster art that I saw online about this film. So it kind of took me back a little bit, and it took me about, like, at least the first 20 minutes of the film to kind of, like...
But you let go.
I let go of that, because they did a lot of interesting stuff with it. And I thought with what they did with it, they went the right way.
What do you think the genre of this film is? Like, if you had to pick 3 genres or 2 genres.
I would say sci-fi, thriller, horror.
I mean, yeah, I could see the sci-fi, but I wouldn't put that first. I'd probably put that on the end.
Right, so maybe like thriller, horror, sci-fi.
So you didn't see the comedy element in this?
It was definitely a lot of big laughs in the film. Like, there was, a lot of laughs.
I have some thoughts. That's why I asked.
Of course you do. But like I said, I thought the cinematography, like, I'm a sucker for cinematography, as you know.
Yeah, I agree.
It was like the color palettes and the shots that they took were just fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Mark Hamill doing the voice, like, in the progression of, like, nice guy to I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Right.
Like, it just shows a beautiful transition between those two. I really don't have much else to say without spoiling anything.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a little hard. I mean, I got a lot to say, so that's wrong, but I wrote this whole fucking piece.
Like, did you?
I write it down every time because I know my mind is like a fucking child chasing a ball. Like, it's just like, oh, it's a ball. I have to, dude. I'm fucking ADD.
No, I am too, and I probably should have took better notes than I did.
My idea of a party is snorting Ritalin. Okay, like, that's a party right there. That's a normal party.
You got some Adderall?
Yeah, that's an average day.
But yeah, if you're on the fence about seeing this, whether good or bad, I would say just go see it anyways. Don't be one of those assholes that just is taking a stance.
Okay,
just let go of your preconceived notions and go see this film. And if you can't find any joy in this film, maybe you are just an asshole. And maybe that's just my opinion.
I don't know. I mean,
just like assholes and opinions, we all have them.
I can see, every side of this aspect, and I'm trying to be fair about it. So, I have my opinions on.
I really tried to distance the two. Like, I wasn't trying to compare it to the original, because it's never going to be as good as the original film.
The natural tendency is always going to be to compare it. Like, regardless of expectations or not, those expectations are always there because there already was one. Regardless of how hard you try, it's always there.
Right.
So,
well, it's the same way I went into It. Like, I didn't go watch the original It before I went to go watch this one to compare the Pennywises. I wanted to go for the ride.
Yeah. Okay. What would you give it a score of?
I definitely would give it an 8.5.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Coming in strong.
Yeah.
Wow, man. So I'm actually kind of surprised to hear that, because I was like, have this weird theory in my head, about people who were ultra fans of the original source material.
Was there a little holes in the plot? Yes. There was some. I mean, some stuff didn't make sense, but I can't get into that without spoiling anything.
Okay. Well, for me, so guys, just to be straight up with you right off the fucking bat, before I get into my fucking piece, I just want to say, one, I will not pander to anyone.
And
I
that's
don't
good.
care.
And that's why I said you're a great reviewer when it comes to reviewing films.
I don't pander to everyone. I don't hold it against anybody usually.
I've never seen BTV ever do any kind of fucking clickbait. I
will get passionate about some things, but, but I will not pander to the larger majority when it comes to film especially. Like, I either like it or I don't. And I'm only going to tell you what I think from what I feel. You know what I mean?
We're not about clickbait here.
Right.
All right.
And just to let you guys know, my opinions change as time goes on. Sometimes, like throughout the years, things change. You get older. Sometimes you like mustard, and then some days, 10 years later, you're like, ooh, that shit's garbage. It's just the way it is, I have been watching a lot of weird, shitty cinema, and I have found a certain niche love for
that sweet spot.
Yeah, like it's really strange, and I'll explain it. So first, to give you guys an idea, like what I thought about this movie leading up to its release, I watched the last movie, which was The Cult of Chucky, which, we talked about, and I really actually enjoyed quite a bit. Did you like it, by the way? I don't know.
Yes and no.
I feel like if you like this new one, you should be able to like that Cult of Chucky.
I think I need to rewatch it because it has been about maybe
you really should.
4 or 5 years since I watched it.
I'm just curious. But I really liked it, which, we talked in depth about. It was gory. It was ridiculous. Fast forward a little bit, we found out that they were going to be launching a new TV show from the same brood of Don Mancini, who has been writing and directing for the entire franchise for the most part since the beginning of Chucky, since the beginning of Child's Play. And I was resold on the franchise after watching The Cult of Chucky again. Like, I kind of because I remember telling you years ago, it's not my favorite franchise. It's just a notch above Halloween for me. As far as
have you changed your views on that?
Yes, it is. It's definitely above Halloween as a franchise as a whole.
And don't get me wrong, Brad Dourif is fucking Chucky.
Yeah, no, and then that's cool. That's cool. I totally agree. I get it too. But I got resold on the whole franchise. It kind of made me appreciate it more after going through them all, and I supposedly quote unquote got it. You know what I mean?
Right,
I'm okay, now I remember why these were fun for me. Because it had been a while. So then a little blip hit the news later on about there being a reboot in the works, and it was not going to have a voodoo-enhanced, serial killer. And nor was it going to have Brad Dourif or even Don Mancini attached to it, which was whoa, wait, what?
Right.
So a lot of the original people, had some pretty heavy things to say online about the matter, saying that they knew that the TV show was coming out and that it was an intentional move to kind of spit in the faces of Don Mancini and everyone who had rebuilt it because the Cult of Chucky. Which, to be fair, I don't necessarily disagree with it, you know what I mean? But they did sell the name, Child's Play, and they sold the likeness and the name Chucky to Don Mancini to keep. That's why if you've watched movies like Freddy Krueger, it's no longer Nightmare on Elm Street, it's just Freddy, whatever, you know what I mean?
Same thing with Jason, with Jason X.
Right, exactly, same thing. And that's in fucking, tied up in a bunch of bullshit too. But, it was all about the likeness, essentially, with the Chucky thing, so they kind of had to, work with that. But let's just say some people feel that they never gave Don the funding he should have gotten from the executives on his movies going forward. And so he kind of had to fight with them about, getting money here and there from people. And so a lot of people took that as a thing. But anyways, back on point. I was not that happy about the new reboot when I heard what the fuck it was going to be about. Literally, I was like...
Oh, I remember. We had
AI doll
right.
goes haywire? Really? Was fuck no. I don't mind supernatural. Why does everybody have to make everything so realistic? Fuck you. I was getting kind of mad.
Well, we live in a digital age, and that's why I kind of took it.
I agree. I thought that was a little too easy to kill off. Like, okay, so Chucky can just be killed because he's an electronic. So if I just sever one fucking little tiny wire, he's out of commission.
Not necessarily, dude.
Right, and we don't want to spoil anything. We don't know what the rules of supernatural shit is because there is no real rules.
Right. There's no guidelines.
Right.
There's not like a book like in Beetlejuice. Where
there are books, but they're all different. So it's like there's no real like rhyme or reason. Like whereas technology, it's like if this shit isn't plugged in, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, that's kind of shitty. But then I hear that Mark Hamill is attached to the voice of Chucky, and that's when I go, fuck. Now I can't hate it because he's fucking amazing, which I thought was a superior fucking move from the execs to get the favor back from some of the fans, if you ask me.
Right.
And even Don Mancini himself said that was a good move.
Right. And do you know that wasn't the only time that he had voiced Chucky?
No, yes, I was going to say that next, actually. He actually did it in the...
Robot Chicken.
Yes, it was an episode called...
Plastic Buffet, I believe?
Yes, that's the one. Why are you gonna steal my thunder, Patrick?
I'm just trying to contribute, man.
Well, of course, but... Anyway, as I was saying, so maybe, I thought to myself, so maybe this could be a good thing. I took off my boycott cuffs, and I said, all right, I'll bite. So today I watched it.
Yeah.
And I know I'm long-winded on things, guys, but that's just how I am. I like to explain things because I take great interest in why I feel the way I do and why other people react to things or hate things or dislike things because that's just me.
Like we were saying, like these days, there is no gray area anymore.
No. And it is interesting to me why certain things happen, and I am actually very interested in technology. I'm also interested in the effects of social media and like technology on the aspects of the brain. If you think about like how like animals react to certain things because like cats are afraid of fucking goddamn cucumbers.
Right.
Why would they be fucking scared of cucumbers? Because they think it's a snake.
Right.
If they've never seen a snake, why would they react to a snake?
It's basic instincts.
It is an instinct. So
them.
It makes you wonder what is ingrained into our DNA from experience to make us feel that way. So like us getting used to technology in a lot of ways is kind of interesting. So I went into this movie with pretty low expectations, hoping to be proven wrong about the film because I honestly want to be proven wrong about the movie after all. Nothing wrong with trying to have an opinion and hoping that you're like wrong about everything. Which, we should hope for that, I think, in each movie that we watch. You know what I mean? Like, you really should really give it a good college try.
Just let go of your preconceived notions of anything.
And I
just
did.
Enjoy the ride.
I totally did, and I actually had kind of lower expectations because of it. And I kind of liked it. I actually liked it a lot. And the more and more I've thought about it since I left the theater, the more and more I've actually really enjoyed it.
Right.
And I'm almost considering going to see it again. Now, I know some of you out there who hated this movie for whatever reason it is.
We got to do it. I want to see it again.
I know some of you guys are going to be freaking out about that. Like, I know some of you are like, you think that everybody has to be the same or that they're not valid individuals, but we all have different reasons why we like things. I know some of you probably got your blood boiling, or some of you are probably like high-fiving me right now just because, I think a lot of people right now, they're so divided that they're out there scouring the internet for people that agree with their opinions, or, you know what I mean? So they're like, oh, fuck these guys, I'm done with them. Or you liked it? Cool, you're awesome.
Right. Or if you like it, then you're spitting in the face of the original creator.
Right, which I don't agree with by any means.
Either do I.
I've seen a few reviews out. Some of them, one of them in particular said their headline was like ridiculously fun. And honestly, I don't think that's wrong. I think it is ridiculously fun in the sort of so bad it's good way. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like I know you guys know I love bad films, and when, especially when they entertain me. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like perfect, but if it entertains me in some degree and I laugh, even if it's not supposed to be a joke, like, I'm all about that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. So, some can be bad. It's not worth watching again. And some are really funny for no reason. And it's, to me, this I thought was funny. So I have a little bit of an experience with, good and bad films, or so bad it's good films. And I can kind of weigh the cheese properly, so to speak. And there's like the category of so bad it's good. There's like a subcategory. It's like superior cheese. And then there's
like, this is brie.
Right. And then there's Fromunda cheese, which is like the bottom barrel shit.
We like to call that duck butter.
But this, to me, leans in the superior cheese kind of way. I think it's aware of itself more than I think people realize that it is. Because I've heard some people say this is supposed to be taken seriously, and I don't think that it is. I think it is in some aspects, but I'll get into that more. Personally, I think they should have made this a movie on its own and didn't borrow from the franchise or the name at all. It totally makes sense why they did. I don't think it was a bad move necessarily. I get why they did it, but I can almost guarantee you that if they had just made a movie about, I don't know, fucking Tommy Doll or Teddy Bear or whatever the fuck, people would have loved it. But then you attach childhood nostalgia to a film with Chucky and Child's Play, and, that doesn't really take it. If you look at this movie and you see that it doesn't take the lore necessarily as seriously, it might offend some people, and some people might even call it war. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So then you will, I think if you don't take it too seriously, then you'll definitely enjoy the film. But if you do take the lore seriously and prefer it that way, you're going to have problems.
Yeah.
So I think that if they would have just been like done some sort of Teddy fucking Ruxpin version, like you were saying,
right,
like,
which
it could have been even better. I mean, I don't know. But you know what would have happened, though? Everybody would have been like, oh, this is someone trying to rip off Child's Play.
Yep.
So it's like, you can't win. You can't fucking win, dude. Anyway, it's okay, though. It's okay that people don't like it, though.
Right. But like, this is the first film I ever saw. Maybe it was a crowd I was with, because the entire audience that I was watching the movie with were college students.
Okay.
And they all loved it. It wasn't like when I went to go see Han Solo and this girl stands up at the end, oh, that was predictable.
Well, and that's the thing, though, dude. Personally, when I watched this movie, I thought to myself, well, you can't watch this movie and think it's serious.
Right.
Like, seriously, I that's how I felt. I was like, okay, it's so far-fetched. There's a lot of loose connections.
Yep.
Literally. Like Wi-Fi or other. It's so far-fetched that a lot of the moments made me roll my eyes, kind of, but also laugh at the same time. Because wait, what the fuck, really? Still, the odd thing about this film is that it has a lot to not like about it, but it also has a lot of really great stuff to it, too. I was never bored.
Right.
The doll kind of looks like shit if you're, like, comparing it to older Chuckies. I mean, I remember people getting so upset about the fucking, the one before the Cult of Chucky. The Curse of Chucky, and how the face was all like weird and bend weird. Like, I totally get it. I totally get it.
Me too.
And this one does look kind of like an alien. Like, if you think about it,
it looks super, a little weird.
But the weird thing is that after a while, it just kind of it grew on me, and I was okay with it. It didn't bother me. The good thing about the choices they made in this film for me was that you actually get to see the bonding between Chucky and Andy.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't want to get into that because it's very spoilerific, but how it evolves is very interesting, which is something you never get to see in any of the films. That, in some odd way, added some sort of depth to the movie, and dare I say, feelings? You know what I mean? Which is an interesting mechanic to fucking deal with in this kind of franchise.
Which is a hot topic right now, AI.
I think it was really a good step. It wasn't a misstep, which is really fucking weird for me. By the end of the movie, you're going to be like, okay, this is a fucking ridiculous comedy right now. Like, there was moments in this film where I was like, okay, this is like a 90s fucking straight to video fucking crazy fucking shit right now. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Tonally, I think a lot of people are going to be confused by this because they mix that depth in there with that comedy that's like a little ridiculous. But I think if you can grab onto that like sort of humor, you'll get it. It's not, it's not what they say that's funny. It's more situational and like awkward. I don't know how to explain it. But there was times that I actually felt for fucking Chucky.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, that's weird. Like, I've never felt that emotion before with this thing, so I appreciated that. I thought that was kind of cool. You know, the end of the movie does, like I said, go off the rails, so it, you know, expect some fucking straight-to-video weird shit going on there. But I think it was, like, separate enough from the original that, just the whole movie in general, that it's like almost like an alternative universe.
Exactly.
Like they do in the comic books all the fucking time.
Exactly what I was thinking.
So it's like, you know, like, I didn't take it so personally.
And that's kind of like why I said, like, I didn't want to watch Chucky before I went to go watch this film. I wanted to keep those two universes separate. I wanted to go in without any kind of preconceived notion of what it should be.
Right.
And let it be whatever it was gonna be.
People who are like really big fans of the lore might have a real big issue with this. They may just get really upset by it, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong if you didn't like this film. Just it totally makes sense because everybody likes the shit for whatever reason. It may not work for them with this shit, but it did for me. And to be honest, we're old fucks these days.
Right. Well, I'm 36. How old are you now?
Yeah, the times they are a-changing. You want to talk about old? I know that fucking term. The times they are a-changing, and we have to play catch up a little bit because things are different. You know what I mean? But I think this one had a lot of spirit to it. So I laughed inappropriately at times I shouldn't have, I don't even think they were intending people to laugh at because it was so silly at times, which I loved. So I was all about that. The comedy, it had some spotty moments at times, but it kind of worked for me as well. So I didn't mind Detective Mike, who is played by Brian Tyree Henry. I know some people had an issue with him in some of the reviews I was talking about. I was like, I didn't have any problem with him. I don't really understand.
It's not like his part was huge in the film.
I mean, he was in the original, so I could see why people might have a little bit of an issue, but I liked him. I thought Gabriel Bateman, who plays Andy, was a really good choice, in my opinion. I thought he did a great job for a kid actor. That was fucking bomb work. So kudos to you. Aubrey did at times feel a little spotty interacting. It was hard for me to kind of feel like if she was like a real mom or not, or just like placed in there like, I don't know, like fake or something. So, I mean, I had a little bit of mental thing with her a little bit there. So I can understand why people might not like her in this role, even if they like her. The Mark Hamill as the voice of Chucky, holy shit, I didn't mind it at all. There were times I completely forgot that it was him. I would say that's probably one of the best things to say about a voice actor is that you weren't even thinking about somebody. Like, if he's such a big name that everybody knows who the fuck Mark Hamill is, he's Luke Skywalker. If I can like listen to the character and focus only on the character, that means he did a really good job.
Right. And that's why he's the king of voiceover, dude.
Right.
Like, you can't tell.
I absolutely agree. And if it stood out too much where I was only focusing on Hamill, then it would have been a bad thing, I think. So, but so he did a great job. He sings, he's endearing, he's wondrous. He really played the doll right, in my opinion. At least the best one could ever expect from somebody rebooting or remaking Chucky. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would have been hard-pressed to find anybody else that you would feel sympathetic for to do the voice of Chucky.
Right.
So, the story is a little bit all over the place sometimes, but at no time, like I said, was I not interested. Knowing that the writer is actually going to be working on Kung Fury 2 makes perfect sense.
Oh, yeah.
As to why this film is silly and kind of campy and just like over the top a little bit. I felt like the movie went a little too fast at times, but I was engaged the whole time. So perhaps if they would have given us more, it might have like pushed me too far one way or the other.
Yeah.
It might have been too much, and I would have been like...
I totally agree with that.
So I think it was just the right amount. I think they knew where to cut it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, because that end really felt like pure straight-to-video. I keep saying that, but it really did. Like, it reminded me of, like, silliness, like real silliness. But we'll get into that in the spoilers. But honestly, the story feels like it's taking place, like, 15 years into the future, because it's technology that we're not even in right now.
I would even say 15, dude. Maybe 5, 6 tops.
No, fuck no. We don't have fucking animatronic dolls that are gone commercial in 5 years. There's no way. Think about that. Like, in everybody's home.
Probably not.
At a price that's
maybe
affordable.
10.
No, I think 16
10.
years minimum. But yeah, it just felt very futuristic to me, technologically speaking. But, it definitely tries to prey on your comfort with electronics, which is pretty obvious in the trailer even. So I don't think it's a bad thing, but it does feel a little familiar, too familiar, I would say. But, technology is a real thing, and it can kind of be unsettling as we kind of like slowly reach closer and closer to the inevitability of AI taking over the world, because that's always a fear in our minds, even fucking, all the top speakers on it. I don't know. It's probably been done like 100 times before in different ways, so it may be a little too familiar for some people. But, technology unchecked will inevitably be our end, probably. So, friend to the end. Get it? Technology.
Right.
Like, I feel the connection there. Plus, there's a lot of gore, and the gore is really good. I really enjoyed the gore. I felt like it was like a mix of like Cult of Chucky gore mixed with like more mainstream thing. So they did it right. I thought it was funny at times and like appropriate for the film. But to sum it all up, I know we've gone an hour in almost, but it's a ridiculous film. It's either going to offend you or delight you with its ridiculousness. That's essentially what I feel. It's not Child's Play, the original, or anything close to the original's magic.
No.
Some might even call it like a spoof. I would not object to people calling it that. Like, I would get it.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Because they're looking for that caliber. But if you love the original lore and think that it should never stray, you probably hate this film for the most part. So you might want to skip it. Or you just need to separate your expectations and let them take you on a ride in this film. Killer doll movies, in my opinion, are pretty ridiculous anyway. So they're almost B-grade anyway, no matter how much money you throw behind it.
Right.
So, I still think the original is a better film. This film, good or bad, I had fun with, so that can't be that bad for most average viewers, I think. I'd give it an 8.5, literally.
Really?
For enjoyment, yeah. Like,
See,
no
I told
joke.
you, every time we see a movie, I know how you're
Not
gonna
every
feel.
time, but I'm telling you.
Most of the time, we are on the same fucking track.
I'm going to add it to my collection. I'm going to watch it again as soon as it comes out. I don't know if I'm going to watch it in the theater again. I'm kind of up in the air on that. But I'm ultimately more pleased than I thought I was going to be. And that always has some levity with me. Like, I'm like surprised by it. And because I doubted it, I feel like a little bit more ownership of it, I guess, So this movie's probably right with the general population of moviegoers, that it's a 6 for most people. I think that's a really good average score for most people, because it's like a 2-point variable. So some people might think it's a 4, others will think it's an 8. So
Yep.
6 is like, boom, right there for most average viewers. For me, it's an 8. And that has a lot to do with my own personal preference, my own personal humor, my own personal acceptance of having a reboot, the way I see it, and I've always felt about fucking movies. The only movie that I would be highly offended by anything would probably be Videodrome if they redid it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
That's probably one of the movies I'd be like, yo, fuck you. No. But ultimately, we always have the original to fall back on, guys. So whether you liked it or not, you can always fall back on the originals, guys. Plus, we got a new TV show coming out by Don Mancini. So if you love the old Chucky and kind of liked where it evolved to, a lot of people didn't like where it evolved to. So, maybe the TV show is not going to be that great. I hope it is, but we'll see, I guess, right? So, I mean, that's what I got to think about it. I know we really went into that, and I'm so sorry. But, I really put a lot of thought into this, because it's like, for one, it's never been my favorite horror franchise. So, I realized rewatching it that I was like, okay, I maybe misjudged this a little bit more than I should have. It's just I hadn't seen it in a while, so it didn't have that impact on me. And I didn't have what you had, which was the childhood nostalgia attack to it, where you thought you were going to be killed by a doll. So, but now I'm paying my penance, motherfuckers, and I'm ready to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 10 Hail Marys and you're all good.
Guys, if you hate the film, it's cool. Let's get into the spoilers discussion and talk about that shit, because I got a lot of fucking Easter eggs and shit that we could talk about in there, and some of the things that we wanted to really talk about. Why don't we just go ahead and jump right into the spoilers section by sounding the alarm now?
Please do not listen to this if you have not seen the movie. That's right, please do not listen after this if you have not seen the movie. You will indefinitely ruin your experience. Thank you, and have a nice apocalypse.
All right, guys, so now we're back. We're in the spoiler section. What's the end? I'm just kidding. Don't jump into the end, Patrick. Don't jump into the end. So, we have some trivia that we could actually go over first to kind of stimulate our brains in some of the scenes. Apparently, Aubrey Plaza, her first role is a mother. This is her first role as a mother.
Yeah.
And she stated at WonderCon in 2019 that she could relate personally to the character of a young mother since she had a young mother growing up.
And she said something about like they would be the same age as they were portrayed in the movie.
Yeah, I think it was she said the difference with her son in the film is so similar to her age. I don't think she did a horrible job or anything, guys. It was a little off-putting at times. Like, I wasn't sure. And it's probably because I'm old. And she's probably like 15
your
years.
Your opinion doesn't matter, Alex.
Of course it doesn't matter. But I like talking about it, so you can go fuck yourself.
I'm doing that right now.
Also, the film features narrative material relating to Andy's father and Karen's husband. Those details were not in the original film. They showed it like a picture frame of him and his dad, remember?
Right.
When he was in the book and he was showing him all his artwork, he had a picture of his dad in there.
Wasn't that
family.
from the deleted scenes, though?
No, I'm talking about in this movie.
Okay.
When he was showing the doll,
right,
what he did and what he likes to draw, there was a picture of him and his dad and his family in there that they didn't cover in this movie. But they never covered it in the first one either, what happened to Andy's dad.
Well, there was a deleted scene from that movie that
yeah, maybe. But yeah, apparently he died in a car crash.
Right.
In the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Brian Tyree, I also watched an interview with him on fucking, it's not Jimmy Kimmel. What's the other one? The younger guy?
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, on the Fallon show. He was on there and he was like talking about how his family would let him watch like shit that he shouldn't be watching at 5 or 6 years old. And
My dad, yeah.
Yeah. And then his parents took him to go see Friday the 13th, part 6.
Really?
And even like Child's Play, the original.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, "You like this, right?" And he was like, "I don't know," So, but he said that he remembered when he was a kid that everybody had those My Buddi dolls, and like it was really popular. He's like, when that movie came out, they threw them away.
Oh yeah.
So it made me think of you with your Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of funny to add. But he's like, yeah, like shit like that scares me, like, watching movies like that. But he's like, when I heard that I could be a part of the Child's Play, the reboot, he was like, I'm all about it. He's like, I'm down, dude. Let's do this. So
why would you not be? I mean, if you were asked to be a part of this iconic series, of course you say yes.
Right, but some people might argue that you shouldn't be a part of the problem.
Like Bill Murray, if someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
There was some like a lot of Easter eggs in this movie that we'll get into, so I won't bring up some of them.
See, I must have just like not even been looking for the Easter eggs because
there's little Easter eggs, just little nods, little stuff. Like you'll see when I bring them up. But they did say that it took about 2 or 3 people to operate the Chucky doll this time, which I believe there was like 7 or 8 on the original.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So, but that was like a lot of wire work. And these times they had like servos and stuff. They didn't have to try to make it like realistic this time because it was definitely an animatronic and it was definitely a robot. So it didn't have to be perfect like a human being would with Brad Dourif's character in the original.
And I totally agree with that.
Right.
And that's kind of the reason why I kind of let go of that.
Right. Because it's so separate.
Right.
Right. So what are some spoiler thoughts you want to talk about?
I really love that they showed Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
And it was my favorite one. And I was like...
Part 2, yeah.
Yeah, and they showed some of the best scenes from it. They showed some of the best characters in it. And it was fun. It was just so fun, dude. Like
I thought they showed a lot of it too. Some people, I saw some people online that were like complaining about how it was chopped up because it wasn't in order.
No,
but I'm like, yeah, but maybe they did that because they didn't want to ruin it for everybody, and it was really just to get the point across that Chucky was seeing this shit and learning from it.
You play it on the radio.
It was like, you know what it was? It was also a nod to like how our children perceive and take in information and how we should be accountable for our children and what they watch rather than blaming it on the media for causing it to, you know, fuck up our kids.
That's a good point, dude.
I'm just saying, like...
No, you made an excellent point.
The whole thing about the whole fucking Chucky doll is that he's got the cuffs taken off, so he learns and says things that he wants without having to worry about a fucking cuss filter, any kind of, like, darkness filter. He just can do what he wants. So in a way, he's like a child.
And I thought they did the cat death scene tastefully.
Oh my God.
Because you know how endearing cats are to me.
That whole scene made me and Christina crack up. I know it sounds fucking dark.
Right. No, it's a little dark.
It is dark, but like we knew it was coming, of course, because they make it more than obvious.
Oh yeah.
And then, but when you see his little hands around the little cat, his little hands, little Chucky hands.
Isn't that cute?
I was cracking up in the theater, and I looked at Christina, and I thought she was like going to be like, "Oh no!" And she was laughing. We were crying. We were laughing so hard because it was just, it didn't look real.
Right, but like anytime there's a cat in danger, I'm like, no, don't kill the cat. Like,
dude, that whole scene got really fucking dark, man.
Oh, dude, the whole part where like after the cat's death and everything. And like Chucky's in the corner and he's just replaying the sound bit.
Dude, that's what I was talking about.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Like, how could you go to sleep after that?
Like, why would you? Okay, so there is a little bit of a logic break here. For those of you who hated the film, this will be a jerk off piece for you. Like, yeah, why is he hiding all this stuff from his doll? Like, if the doll's... But I get it. Like, logically, they're never going to believe us that a doll's alive. But you could just be like, well, the AI's fucked up. Like, it's doing things it shouldn't be doing. Mom, can you just burn this doll alive? Because they killed the cat. It's not like they're going to blame him. But they tried to spin that whole angle where Andy might be the killer.
Right. And like the kids that were kind of buying into that theory, I was like, dude, you saw the fucking doll.
I mean, I honestly think that they didn't do a horrible job at that. And it was in the original movie, too.
It could have been worse.
It was in the original movie, too.
Right.
Because he was like, let me see your shoes, Andy. What are you doing on the counter? Well, I don't know. Those shoe prints that you see in the flower are about 5 inches smaller than mine. How about that?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if you're a fucking mathematician, but, I mean, size matters. Jesus.
At this point, yes.
Yeah, like, we watched the original, and I was like, come on, dude. Like, look at his shoes.
Like, you're really a detective, man?
Yeah, it's like
really?
half the size of his foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like those are little doll shoes. They're not fucking kids' shoes, all right?
Maybe baby shoes.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not good. That's not legit.
No.
So, I mean, and that's something we could pick on in the original film even, so.
Right.
But yeah, when he was like...
Well, that just goes to show you, no film is perfect, and no one should go into a film thinking it is going to be.
Right. I mean, that's pretty high expectations.
Right.
But anyway, that whole scene with the cat, though, where he's playing back the cat screaming and shit, I was like, oh, that's really...
That's fucked up.
That's some dark shit right there. But even further back, when the movie opens up, they open up with the fucking... the
Taiwanese guy or whatever?
Well, the commercial. They show the commercial first. And then they jump into the guy from...
I think it was Taiwan.
No, it wasn't. It was Vietnam.
Okay.
It was a guy and a factory worker who was working in Vietnam, and his boss comes up to him because he was dazing off. Because he'd probably been working like 18 hours, you know what I mean?
And he was looking at his little palm tree or whatever and like dreaming.
Right, just trying to like fucking have a mental break for a second.
Right.
And, which is all real shit, dude. Like immediately when I saw that part and his boss come up to him, yell at him and tell him he's fired after he finishes this doll, I'm thinking to myself, this totally reminds me of what it was like when Xbox 360 was made.
Like the red rings of death.
Right. That whole thing was because of that.
Oh, you think?
No, it's proven.
No, that's a fact.
It's
huh?
a fact. That's what most fanboys don't know is that the company that PlayStation and Xbox hired were being overworked, and they sabotaged with some new solder that was supposed to be environmentally friendly.
Well, let's be real. That X-clamp they put on that heat sink was garbage.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. They were trying to use non-toxic chemical solder or some shit, and it with like some sort of flux or whatever, and it came loose, and so that's why you got the ring of death. But anyway, it reminded me of that, and like how he sabotages the doll. Dude. But like the way that they explain it away is kind of ridiculous because they're like, he's like, violence protocol on. Like, wait, violence protocol? They had
who the fuck programmed this?
Yeah, who the fuck is programming violent dolls? Is this a military-funded operation?
We just let them loose.
Can you imagine, like, if there was a sequel to this, too? But I don't know. I just thought it was kind of cool that, like he kind of fucked with the doll, and it was kind of like a Russian roulette as to which kid was going to get the surprise.
Right.
They're like, surprise, your whole family's dead. I don't know.
Oh, my God, dude. But, yeah, like you were saying before, you really felt for Chucky in this film.
It is weird, like, the whole emotional factor that they had with Andy. Like
as soon as he got real friends, he was like, all right, Chucky, fuck you.
Well, in the original movies, all it is just Andy telling everybody what Chucky said to him.
Yeah.
In this, it's like right out in the open. It's like, hey, yo, fucking Chucky's playing chess with me. We're like fucking punching kids, stabbing fucking unicorns and shit together, and saying like fucking for Tupac and shit like that. Like he's like a cool thing. Like all of a sudden, this is like the gateway drug.
You're like, oh, your Chucky cusses?
Right,
like,
because
what the fuck?
Andy in this movie is like socially inept, and he doesn't know how to hang out with friends, and Chucky is that
the medium that kind of gets him to that point.
Yeah, he's the segue into meeting friends.
Yep.
Because they're like, oh, you got one of those dolls? They're like, that's kind of cool, you know what I mean? And they teach it to say fucked up shit, like cuss and stuff, right. Which is totally what any kid would do.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even with Teddy Ruxpin, we all wanted to fucking have Teddy Ruxpin say fucking fucked up shit. Like,
well, yeah, there was people like, putting their own cassette tapes in Teddy Ruxpin's.
You couldn't. You had to drill a hole in order to do it.
Right.
I remember people saying they did, but they never did because he had to drill a hole.
Like, I never did, but yeah, like you said, I heard of people trying to do that shit.
Yeah.
And that would be cool if they didn't do that, but you can always...
I always thought when people said that they did that, I was like, you're full of shit. Yeah. I'm like, unless your dad had a drill and figured out how to do it, like, you're full of shit. But anyway, yeah, like, I thought it was interesting because there is a moment there where they really bond.
Oh, yeah.
Know? You feel the pain of him being alone, not having any friends, moving to a new town, and, like losing his father. And that's pretty much the catalyst for what made him want to be antisocial anyway, because he was afraid of the world or whatever. They didn't push on that real hard, but I thought it was really unique, like showing them kind of like being friends.
Are we having fun yet?
Yeah.
Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet? Hi, Andy, sup?
Andy, sup?
Yeah. My name's Andy, sup?
Hi, Andy, sup?
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, man.
You are my buddy.
You definitely do that too
I'm not even doing it well. I have to hear it again before I can do it well. But yeah, I don't know. I like that. I thought it was a nice touch. It's weird because how campy this movie is, that they added that kind of depth to it.
Right.
It's like kind of muddled and weird because usually campy movies are just campy, like all the way through. They don't have some like really deep moment.
Yeah.
Or some heartfelt.
Well, yeah. Like you said, that one moment they had when they were breaking bottles together and they kind of hugged, I was like, oh.
Yeah, right? Well, there was like moments where the fucking Chucky was getting tortured.
Yeah.
When he was like that guy, the creepy fucking jerk off dude that was working in the house in the building that they all live.
Which I thought was Jack Black at first.
Everybody says that. I'm like, it's not Jack Black.
It's not. I had to go home and like look at it.
Even in the trailer, when I saw that, I was like, that's not Jack Black. Like they would have made a way bigger deal that Jack Black was in there if it was him.
Yeah. I had to go home and double check because I didn't want to be like, Jack Black was in it. But no, it wasn't.
Yeah. So every fat guy with a beard is fucking Jack Black. Wow, what a fucking guy.
Like, no, his teeth look the same. Like, he had a beard, so it was hard to tell from the, his facial structure. But
how dare you?
You know what? He looked like Jack Black. So suck a dick.
But I thought it was like when he was like operating him, he's like, let's open you up and see what's wrong in here.
Dude.
And then he uses those same words later on. Which I thought was like, there's something really dark about that and unsettling in a way. Like this film wasn't that scary to me. Like I didn't feel really scared. I just was like kind of unsettled by the the way that he said things so casually.
I will tell you, I was super loud when they passed the death of the cat, when it actually killed the first person, which was
the boyfriend.
The boyfriend. Like
him and the fucking creepy guy in the basement getting sawed and his leg off.
Right.
Those were the two kills. Those are of the movie.
Well, no, there was also the guy dressed up like a
No,
Buddi
I'm just
doll.
saying those are the two big kills.
Right.
Yeah.
But like,
there's 8 deaths, I think, in the movie.
I will say, like, those deaths were extreme and they were awesome.
Right. Well, because like you brought up the Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing, when they kill the father, Chucky takes his face off like Leatherface in Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah.
And then holds and puts it on a fucking watermelon to show Andy that he loves him and he's his friend to the end, which is fucking disturbing.
Oh yeah,
but also hilarious.
Yeah. So when the guy, when he goes home and you find out this dude that's been dating Andy's mom is fucking married with kids. And he's like taking the lights off the house for Christmas or whatever, because it's probably like 3 months ahead of time, and he's still got the fucking Christmas lights on. When his legs broke after he fell off the ladder, I fucking was like, whoa!
Yeah, that leg break was pretty bad.
I was the loudest person in the theater. I was like, holy shit! And then I felt like a dick because I was so like, oh! But then I was all right because there was a bunch of dicks in that theater because I went opening night. And they're all talking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You went last night.
Yeah.
Well, we're recording this on Friday, by the way, guys, just for reference. But yeah, he went Thursday night. I was like, fuck no, I'm going Friday morning.
And now I see why you go in the morning.
Yeah. Because it's just easier to really kind of focus on the movie.
Although I am glad that I went to that one. And, I mean, the talking kind of pissed me off. But it gave me a sense of what other people felt about the movie. And I'm glad that I didn't really hear any negative things about it. I'm glad that people enjoyed themselves because I enjoyed myself.
It's weird because I get, like, I've heard people talk about the audience, like, all their reviews and, like, what they thought. And it seems like some of their, like, how the audience vibed with them was important to their review.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, which is really weird, but everybody said something different. Like, I've heard people say, oh, the people in the audience seemed really upset, or they were really happy about it. And it's like everybody that I've seen the reviews of, because I was just curious before I went and saw it.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I watching this? I shouldn't watch this, but I was just so anxious to see like what it was going to be like, you know what I mean? But without spoiling it. Thank God it didn't get spoiled for me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But yeah, like what was some other stuff in there? There was
dude, the Buddi 2.0. They had fucking teddy bears, and it like literally sent chills up my back when I saw them. Yeah, I was like, "You motherfuckers!" Like,
I thought that was cool. I thought that was a nice addition.
It was cool, but it like that's why I thought it was cool because it really resonated with me.
Yeah,
and I think that's probably why they did it.
Yeah. Well, no, they definitely did. Like it's supposed to. It is definitely playing on the 80s.
Oh yeah,
a lot because there are a lot of Easter eggs, and I actually think we should go over some of them right now.
All right, let's do it.
So I wrote most of the ones that I know down. I'm sure there's more, guys. So if you guys have any more that you want to share, I mean, obviously there's nods to the original film. I kind of excluded those, but anything that was like out of the ordinary that was in the film, like, you know, there's little stuff that I didn't skip. Like they had like posters in Andy's room that was like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, or well, maybe it wasn't Andy's room. It was the kids, the younger kids that he,
his friends that he hung out with.
They had a Killer Clowns, and I think it was Return of the Living Dead or something like that on the wall. But I only knew about that because I saw it in another review.
And that is such a nod to the 80s, because the 80s is just like so known for doing that.
Right. And there was one that was pretty obvious, but I don't know why they chose to say the name. So like when Andy first meets Chucky, he's like, "Hi, what's your name?" And it was like, "Oh, hi, my name's Andy, sup?" You know, he's like, "Hi, Andy, sup? What's my name? What do you want to name me?" or something like that. And he's like, Han Solo.
Dude, in I love that.
I mean, I get it. Like, why didn't he just make a Luke Skywalker joke? It's weird, right?
Yeah, I guess. But I guess that might have been just a little too on the nose as well.
Maybe, yeah. They wanted to just, I don't know. It just seemed weird. I thought I obviously recognized it. You know?
I did enjoy that they did make a Star Wars reference in it.
Right, like they did in The Dead Don't Die.
Right.
Yeah. We mentioned the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 where he cuts off the face of Andy's mother's boyfriend. Yeah. They do have the glowing finger of Chucky in the movie, so like that's how he controls,
which is so E.T.
all the what is it called, Caspin or Kaplan?
Kaplan, I think.
Or no, it's something else. It's Caspin or something. Capsin. Yeah, it's like Capsin. Whatever. It's the company that made Chucky also makes like thousands of electronic devices, and he connects to those fucking toys and devices and stuff by glowing his finger, which is
totally E.T.
Right.
Yeah.
And not only that, if you notice, and I didn't think about this until after, that he actually, because I looked up E.T. and I was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, that is, I mean, like I was just looking at E.T. pictures just because he actually wears a red hoodie too. In the movie, he's got his hood on. In E.T., he's wearing a red hoodie. Like, that's the...
I didn't even notice that.
Right. Because I was like, dude, that finger is totally a nod to the 80s with E.T. and shit. Also, there was a toy police car in the end scene. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. And I was like, oh, that's RoboCop. Like,
oh, yeah.
That was an easy one. But I almost forgot it. Like, I was like, oh, shit, what was that one that was on the ground? Christina was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, no, there was a fucking nod. I can't think of it. So.
Which that reboot was complete garbage. But.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I own it because it was $1.
Right. I did enjoy Michael Keaton in
I'd buy
film.
that for $1. Those are pretty much all of the Easter eggs, by the way, guys. So
there may be more. There
may be more. If you guys know them, like fucking sound off, because I would love to hear about it. But there is some legitimately like oddly placed ideas that have been used in other movies. Like they did the whole like wrapping the head or the face of the fucking X. Oh. And put it on it was on a watermelon. Chucky put it on a watermelon and somehow dragged it back with his like 2-pound body back to fucking Andy's house and somehow got inside, by the way. Totally like reasonable breaking of like logic.
And who the fuck has a watermelon patch?
I thought the same thing. And they even made that kind of bad tasteful joke.
Right.
Where Detective Mike's all like, white man died in a watermelon patch. Hell, apropos. Still, what a fucking way to die, you know? Like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, that's bad. Like, that's kind of bad,
but
you know?
I thought it was so bad that it was good.
Right. Well, again, that's the theme of this movie.
Yeah.
It's so bad it's good. But them wrapping this is the weirdest thing in the movie to me, is that Andy is letting his doll get away with all of this. That's a little logic breaking, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I totally can understand where someone who's like with reasonable logic is like, oh, come on, dude. Nobody's going to stick up for a doll.
How weird was it when it was that the superintendent was like sniffing the Chucky doll clothes?
Yeah, that was a really creepy moment.
That was so pedo. It was.
But before we get into that, like just the whole wrapping, they wrapped the watermelon face with the wrapper that Chucky came in. And then he has to go over to the neighbor's house because he made up this lie that is a package that was a gift.
Present, yeah, for her helping him on his homework.
Yeah, from Detective Mike's mom for helping him with his homework. She's like, cool, let's take it over. And I was like, oh, man. Like, you know, ultimately it's so stupid, but like, I was like, oh, fuck, how's he going to get out of this?
Right, it did build that tension.
It really did. Like, even though it was stupid,
right?
It was like, and it's so derived. Like, it is such a derived little thing that they put in there. It was still kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm saying like this movie does not take itself seriously, because I think it's really kind of like making fun of itself in a lot of ways, which it could be very offensive to some people. You know what I mean? Like, You don't take this seriously? What the fuck? This is Chucky. I'm like, have you seen where the franchise went? Like, seriously.
No, yeah, for sure. Oh, dude, how about that scene about the opening for the Buddi 2.0?
Oh, the reopening of Buddi 2?
Yeah. Oh, my God. The guy in the suit? Oh, just before this guy goes out and when they reveal the Buddi 2, he gets stabbed in the neck by Chucky.
Right.
And
he goes out to the child.
Right.
And he falls down on his knees and they're like, oh, he's going to say something sweet to the little girl. And she's so excited.
And he takes off his mask and this like blood just spurts out of his neck all over this little child's face.
Yeah, we were fucking rolling, and nobody in the theater was laughing at that point. Like,
why not?
So I can see, like I said, I can see why people would be upset with the fact that this has now become some sort of comedy. But like I said, the last half of Chucky, of the franchise, has been nothing but jokes.
Yeah, for
Come
sure.
on, like even
like get over yourself.
From probably some like 3 or 4 on. You know what I mean? Like, that's where it got, like, really silly. So, but that shit was... You don't see that in most movies.
No, you don't.
She got sprayed,
like,
dude.
bad. That was, like, Evil Dead blood.
Oh, and the other thing that we wanted to bring out, too, is at the whole thing, like, do you think he survived? Because, you know, they show the doll at the end of the movie.
It would be great if he did survive and that he's in the next movie.
Oh, no, I don't mean... Oh, that guy did survive, but I'm talking about Chucky.
But do you think he survived after the drone hit him in the chest?
Dude, that drone thing was ridiculous, dude. Like, when it was chopping people's necks and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was like, oh my God, this is so bad, dude. Like,
but it was good. It was so bad, it was good.
It really was. But that's the thing, though. Like, so, like, Chucky goes to attack Andy and has his mom all tied up and everything like that. And then they, they have this fight, you know, and then fucking Mike shoots him and says, this is the end. You know, and it's like, okay, that's kind of a throwback to the original film, but I think I prefer the little kid, you know, Andy from the original film, who's saying, this is the end, friend.
Right.
A little bit more, but still, it was kind of cool because I always hated that he said friend at the end.
Yeah.
Like, it should just be like, this is the end. But they wanted to rhyme with it or something. But anyway, yeah, like, after they kill Chucky and stuff, like, he has Wi-Fi'd his way or Bluetooth or whatever the fuck it is that he's using in the technology to fucking take over all these dolls. He's even taken over that car where the fucking Detective Mike's mom dies.
Yeah.
Or she gets killed or whatever, which was interesting with the whole, like, driverless cars. You know what I mean? Like, she was all like, oh, we are fancy, you know, like we fancy. But anyway, like, he's like taking over the Buddi 2 dolls, like he can somehow connect to them. So maybe he has upgraded and updated the chip with his own infection. So he's like, sort of like how they do in video games, they update it and they do a version 1.567824.
Which makes the series so much more great because the possibilities are just endless.
Well, can you imagine, like, if, like, AI dolls took over the Earth? Like, if it got to that point, you know what I mean?
That'd be great. Like, it was like a Terminator film, but it's Chucky. Oh, that's so great.
Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Hi, friend.
But, yeah.
Comics, it's an alternate version. It's a different universe.
Right.
And if you're expecting it to be, like, as good as the original, don't watch it.
Well, you should never go into a fucking remake or reboot hoping that it's going to be better than the original.
Yeah.
Like, there is really very few in entire film history.
Yes, there are some out there.
Right. Like,
but yeah.
Like, I still like Dawn of the Dead remake, even though it's not as good as the original.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of great things about that
The Blob,
movie.
however, I will stand up for that one more than the original any day. But maybe it's just enough distance.
Yeah. Yeah, what was there, like 20, 30 years between the two films?
More than that, yeah. I think it might have been, like, a lot. Like, 30 at least, I think it was.
Right.
So I think it was 19. I don't know. I don't remember now, like, off the top of my head. But yeah, it was in black and white, and it was at the tail end of when black and white was being used.
You're going back 30 years, and that movie came out in the 80s. So like 30 years before that, practical effects were hardly anything.
Right.
So it's like The Thing versus the, what was the original movie called?
Well, yeah, I know some people that are like fans of the original movie, and I hate that movie. Like, I mean, I don't hate it. I just the door slamming in that movie is really annoying. It's like hard to. It's like every 5 seconds someone's slamming a door.
Yeah.
Like whoever designed that set needs to be shot. Like I don't know. I mean, hopefully, God rest your soul. If you're dead, but fucking Jesus, someone needs to put like doorknobs around your.
Put a damn doorstop in there, Jesus Christ.
Like fucking Christ, man. But yeah, like I'm just saying, like you're gonna be hard pressed to find most remakes, reboots, whatever. They're gonna be better than the original because the original is what made the remake always, and it's very rare. Like you always have to have that respect for the original.
Yeah.
I get it. Like I have heard some people online saying, "Oh, this is better than the original," and you know what? For them, maybe it is because they're younger and they didn't experience like the nostalgia that we did, and that's totally viable and real and legit to them. And I have no qualms with that. I enjoyed this film a lot more, and more I think about it, the more and more I kind of want to see it again.
Like, I really want to see it again.
And I know some people are going to be really mad that I like this. Like, not because of who I am or anything. They're just going to be like, why? Like, how could you like this? Your opinion is bad. And it's like, you're going to base my wealth of knowledge of fucking horror movies on one fucking movie, then you don't know me well enough. There's going to be times where you're not going to agree with me. There's going to be times that you do.
And that's okay. You know what? That makes you fucking human.
You're passionate enough about it because you talked more about this fucking goddamn movie than you did the last one we watched, The Dead Don't Die. Right. So, you know what I mean? So I would.
It is near and dear to my heart, and I still can separate them.
Here's an interesting question for you. How would you rate this compared to some of the more recent Chucky films?
I would say it's better than Curse of Chucky.
Okay.
I would say I need to watch Cult again because it's been such a long time.
Right. I think that's more close. Cult of Chucky and this are very close in some respects.
And now hearing you say that it made me be like, I need to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's better than this one. I don't know. I'd have to watch it again too to really let you know.
Right.
But I've never had this much interest in the Chucky franchise in these last two movies, which is the remake now, the reboot.
I think my last favorite Chucky movie was Bride.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people. Some people really like Seed, but I'll be honest, like, I think that's where the movie tanked.
Dude, yeah, me too. That was
a weird movie,
That
dude.
was like Frito's cheese dip.
And I didn't even care about the whole fucking... It had nothing to do with the sexuality, the, like, child not knowing it.
Right.
If it was Glenn or Glenda. That had nothing to do with it. It was literally just not a good movie. It was like it wanted to be Bride of Chucky, but it wasn't good enough to be Bride of Chucky.
Nope.
It just felt off. There was something off about that one. Yeah. More than Curse and more than Cult for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I'd say that this one might even beat Cult for me.
Yeah, like I said, Seed of Chucky, worst Chucky movie ever. And I don't care if you want to berate me about it or whatever. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, yeah, whatever.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Honestly, like... I don't know, like Chucky fans, there are a lot of them out there, but I don't know. I'd be curious to see. I've been seeing a lot of really like love or hated opinions about this movie.
Yeah.
Not so many that are in the middle of the road. So I don't know, like it's really kind of a wash whether or not you guys would like it or not. So be curious to hear what you thought of it. Like if you listen this far to the end of the episode, the secret code, so to speak, at the end of each of our episodes I'm going to start doing to see if you actually listened is what is your score? I'd like to hear what your score is, regardless if you think scores suck or not. What would you give this a score out of 1 to 10? Like what would you give it? Because I'd love to see what you guys think. I hope we gave it our all and kind of explained it away. We probably overtalked it, to be quite honest with you.
But it is such a franchise that it almost needed to be.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a long emotional, pre-release kind of thing going on here. I watched Cult of Chucky. That had like mixed reviews.
It is the Holy Trinity. You got Freddy, you got Jason, and you got Chucky.
I would say that the Holy Trinity would be more.
You would say Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, just because, even though I'm not a fan, I would say definitely Freddy, Jason, and Michael are the three big ones. Then you got Hellraiser and Chucky and anything else. Like, those are the five.
Right.
You know what I mean? The big ones. Ghostface. Everybody always says Ghostface. I'm like,
right.
Ghostface is not even one person. It's like everybody. Like,
I don't know.
I don't really feel like Ghostface should be included.
No.
Like, I don't know.
Get it out of here.
I mean, I get why people like it. It's cool, but I don't think, no. But anyway, I hope you guys don't hate us. I'm surprised that you liked it as much as you did. I was kind of hoping that we would argue, but I guess not.
No. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, well, it sucks that we agree on things. You piece
I know.
of shit.
Chad.
Yeah, he's only doing it because I liked it. Oh, wait, no, he did his first.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We didn't talk about it beforehand
Right,
either.
yeah, we didn't. I'm very, very, very strong about that, guys. Plus, by the way, guys, we got Midsommar coming up. If you haven't watched the Ready or Not trailer, oh my God, that movie looks fucking dope. It's going to be out in August. We'll be watching that. There's quite a few movies this summer, so we're going to be doing a lot of like new films that I want to cover on the podcast. So, but let us know what your thoughts are. And Patrick, thank you so much for coming back again.
Dude. I love being here, man.
Yeah, if you want to come back.
I'm going to be here next year. Next year.
Yeah, wow, you're already planning ahead. Huh?
Next week. We got something in store.
You sure you can fit us in your busy schedule?
I don't know, dude. I gotta get my dig waxed. So,
but yeah, thanks for coming again, man. So I guess you'll be on next week.
Yes, I'll be here.
Okay,
we kind of already watched some of the movies already.
Yeah, we did. We didn't realize that Chucky was actually coming out this week, so we were like, "Oh, Child's Play! Fuck! How are we gonna do that?"
Right.
So next week we will be doing 2 robot movies. I'll give you that hint. One of them is Chopping Mall, and the other one is The Vanquisher. What was it called?
I think it was Vanquisher, and then it was like, I think the other title is Robo something.
I don't remember. We'll tell you online, guys. But yeah, definitely Chopping Mall, which is on Shudder, so you can check that out.
80s, baby.
Yeah, 80s. But yeah, Patrick, thanks again.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you next week. And guys, thanks again for coming by this week. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did listen, let us know your scores in the comment sections of any of our posts below. And we'll catch you next week for some robot mayhem. So,
long live the void!